bitch stole my soap. He's with a dirty mouth. One of my #1 series. Masterpiece of a book. No. Lots of feminine rage. This is it. This is that girl. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to rapid fire through over 25 fantasy romance book suggestions, especially if you've already finished ACOTAR and you're just looking for the next book, series, everything to binge. Because I have so many series here, think of this as kind of like your master list, but we are gonna blast through them. I'll give you a little bit more information than the yes, no, maybe. But still do it very quickly. So, get your pen and paper ready, grab a little drink, and let's run through these books. And before you ask, yes, I have read all of these books, and I do 100% recommend them. There we go. Now, without further ado, let's run through this list. And this will be in no particular order because I don't even know how I could organize that right now. But starting off strong, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Absolute must read, especially after finishing ACOTAR. It's definitely more gothic vibe. The magic system is like tarot card. It is just so good. The romance is a little bit more of a subplot in here, but the story will keep you gripped and the writing is just beautiful. The Ascendant by Greenwich and Lennox. This is such a fun read. It's thick, but it's long, and I promise you will absolutely devour this book, this series. Literally everything. Our MMC is like broody, handsome. There's trials and competitions. There's a twin bond, and it's just done so well. The Rose Bargain. I want you to think Bridgerton meets The Bachelor with like an evil queen that grants these mysterious bargains so you can win the hand of the prince. The twist in here will leave your mouth on the floor. It is YA, but I would say upper A and has some amazing banter. The Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. Her writing is seriously one of my favorite. The story is emotional and I love it. Now, I haven't finished the whole series yet, but I have read this book, and for some reason, I don't remember why I didn't go into the next book, but I want to reread this book now and go read the other. It was just so good. Twists and turns. Yes. The Lies of Lena by Kylie Snow. This series is just so amazing. We have mages, humans. Mages are frowned upon, they're feared, they're treated horribly, and they live in the outer ring. This series is dark though, so make sure you are checking your trigger warnings because it's very dark and uncomfy moments. But the second book in the series, Sins of Silas, is literally one of my god tier series. If you like books with a tons of emotional depth, emotional character arcs, lots of background story about how they got there, stuff like that, this is a series I think you will definitely enjoy. This is probably maybe one of my #1 series I'm going to be recommend going forward. This series took me completely by surprise. The Road of Bones by Demi Winters is it's just so good. It is Viking inspired, so you get that Viking lore, but it's done just so well. And there's that one point in this book where I could guess where it was going. And as the series gets better, I am 75% through the second book right now. It's literally blowing my mind. It's so good, and I have no idea what to expect, which I think is making this so fun. Direbound by Sable Sorensen. I've talked about this book quite a few times now, and I just think it is such a fun and easy and great read. It is similar to some Fourth Wing elements. There is like a dark academia vibe. You are bonded to dire wolves. Our main character's sister goes missing, and she decides to enroll in the army to help find her sister, but she ends up having to compete in these trials to bond to a dire wolf. This book kept me up seriously so late trying to finish it. It's so good. On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin. Now, I would say this book is very different from reading something like ACOTAR, but I had so much fun and loved it. It is on the darker side. Our main character wakes up on a pile of bodies. Basically, she doesn't know how she got there. She is then thrown into an arranged marriage with a vampire prince and ends up going to this academy. And so there's just a lot happening right at the beginning, but I don't think this book let up at all. So if you like fast-paced books that keep you engaged throughout the entire time, this is it. Servant of Earth by Sarah Hawley. This book is so fun. I thought I had it all figured out, a fae book, things like that, and then it took the left turn and I was like, oh, this is good. So good. There is like a secret underground fae realm, and she is basically in servitude to a mistress down there, and she helps the mistress compete in these trials. And then there's different houses, Harry Potter houses that have different magics associated with them. I thought this book was really fun. Lightlark by Alex Astor. Now, this book I see a lot of people recommending after ACOTAR, and I think it's a good one. There's trials and competitions, a 100-year competition that happens every 100 years. It's fun. We have like a good love triangle going on. It is YA, but definitely on the upper side of YA. And I do honestly recommend this series. It was so fun. I actually thought the book Nightbane, which is second in the series, was better than Lightlark. Along the same lines is Powerless. Now, this is just a fun, good time read. I loved the banter. I liked the characters. I had fun reading this. I thought it was a little bit predictable in some areas, but I still recommend it, especially if you are looking for a book with little to no spice. This is a YA book that I do recommend, and I believe it's a completed trilogy now. Blooms of Darkness. Now, this is a book that's very much giving Thorns and Roses vibes, kind of mixed with The Bachelorette. Our female main character is being forced by her father to basically get married, and they want to have these marriage trials. Our MMC is a shadow daddy. So it was a really fun read. It definitely kept me engaged throughout the whole thing. King of Ravens by Claire Sager. Now, this is a newer book that just got released. I was lucky to read it ahead of time, and I am obsessed. We have a female main character who is in her 30s, with a chronic disability. Basically, the King of the Dead shows up at her door and takes her away to his kingdom, and there's like an arranged marriage situation going on. There's a character in here that reminds me of the Surreal from ACOTAR, so if you know what I'm talking about, I don't know why he reminds me of it, but he does. There's a labyrinth with these obstacles, and not like a competition, but these trials. Thought this was really well done. I will say the last couple hundred pages, not a couple hundred, I guess the last few pages, I thought I had this book all figured out, and I was a little bit disappointed because I'm like, well, that's a boring ending, but nope, wrong, 100% wrong. Basically, I was not prepared for this ending, and now I need to know what happens in the next book, which hasn't even been talked about yet, so that sucks, but whatever. Shield of Sparrows by Devonee Perry. I love Devonee Perry, and this was her first fantasy book that she wrote. This was so much fun. I think it had a different vibe than a lot of other fantasy books that I read recently, which is why I think it gripped me so much. There is an arranged marriage, lots of twists and turns that I was not able to guess. The settings in here are very unique. The ending will also just be prepared for this ending because you will not know what's going on in a good way. Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I think there's a reason why this book gets so much hype. Is it the most well-written masterpiece of a book? No. Is it so much fun, entertaining, bingeable? Absolutely. And will you swoon over our MMC? Yeah. If you do audiobooks, I do recommend listening to this on audiobook. I did a full reread before Brimstone came out, and I still love it. The ending is good. The middle, the pacing, I think, is really good. And it's just an overall fun time book. Zodiac Academy. Now, if you were looking for a series that you just need to be hooked into for a long time and you like series, this is it. This is that girl. 9-book completed series, and most of the books are like, this is a smaller one, are a lot longer. I think the last 2 books are over 1,000 pages, but it's definitely giving Harry Potter meets a CW show with drama, but with drama, magic, dark academia. There's so much emotional turmoil in these books that you will cry, but you will also laugh at certain parts. It's honestly one of my favorite series because there's just so much that goes into it, and there's never a dull moment. Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa Rorick. Now, I love this series. I read the first 3 books early last year, absolutely obsessed. This is a 6-star series for me. I will say the ending of the last book that just came out fell a little flat for me, which sucks because I hate when endings do that. But the series still overall, I am obsessed with. Now, this is a darker take on Fae. So if you like books that are more on the darker side, this is definitely a series you will enjoy. The Fae are basically chosen to be power sources for our descendants, and our MMC Tessa gets chosen to be a power source for one of these descendants, basically against her will. And a lot of things happening. There's a lot of interconnected worlds, magic, lore, and it is set in more of a modern type world, which is it was so much fun to read. Lots of feminine rage if you're also into that. Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. Now, I love this book. When I first started reading this was probably 2 years ago. I was so excited to get my kids down to bed for the night so I could go pick up this series because it gave me the same type of feelings as reading through in a class. And I don't know why. Our MMC is like a healer. She can be a bit annoying sometimes, but our MMC is a golden retriever. He's so good. But this book kept me on my toes. It is an incomplete series, but the 4th book is supposed to come out later this year, so hoping, begging, but I loved this series so much. I'm sure you haven't heard of this book yet, but if you haven't, 4th Wing, we love 4th Wing around here. No hate on my 4th Wing, 0. But in this book, you get trials and competitions, you get bonded dragon riders, lots of secrets, and lots of Easter eggs as the series goes on. Now, I love 4th Wing. I didn't love Iron Flame as much, but I still loved Onyx Storm. And I know a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was so fast-paced, and I had a good time with it. So I love this series. If you want more of like a whimsical type read, Caraval is that. I thought this series was just so much fun. There's like a game and trials, a secret carnival type, I don't know how to describe it, but like a secret game, I guess, that comes to towns and they do performances. I just thought this was so much fun and a nice pace. It is YA and it's just good. Trial of the Sun Queen. This was a series that took me by surprise, basically. The first line in this book is, "That bitch stole my soap," and I don't know why, but that has stuck with me, and I feel like it made the series just so good because I was not expecting. It's very much giving like Bachelor mixed with games and trials, but in a fun, well done way, and the series keeps getting better and better, so I love this series. Ravenminder by Lindsay Cummings. Now, if you like ACOTAR, I think you will really like this story. Our FMC is a Ravenminder, and she works at a prison basically minding the ravens, and a guy from another kingdom shows up and she basically is forced to go with him and help her enemy, quote unquote. We also have a twin brother situation going on, really cool mystical creatures, interesting magic, some really good twists and turns. I thought this was really fun. The Poison Daughter by Sheila Masterson. Now, this is a standalone, and I've talked about this book a couple times now. I'm obsessed, literally obsessed with this book. If you want a good standalone that actually hits all the points, doesn't really leave you wanting more, answers your questions, this is it. It is dark, but it is arranged marriage, and our FMC comes with a family where they all have different magic, and her magic is she basically has poison that can leak from her lips, which she can kill people with. So it's just fun. A couple of these scenes literally had my jaw on the floor, and there are so many twists in here. If you like books with lots of twists and turns, this is it. It's so good. Blood and Steel by Helen Schuer. This book was so much fun, and I don't think it actually gets enough hype. If you like Throne of Glass and ACOTAR, you will like this one. In this world, women can't wield blades, but our FMC has like a dream of being a war sword, which is like a special type of warrior. Really cool characters in here. He trains her type vibe. Really fun, and it's a completed series. Gild, the Plated Prisoner series. Now, this series I feel like gets a lot of hate, and I honestly had no idea why. Oh, I can actually see why, because the beginning of the book is kind of hard to get into. It is very dark, but it's one of those books that as it goes on and as the series goes on, everything clicks and makes sense, and you will be so hooked. The audio for this is also amazing, and the MMC in here, it's actually not in the first book, but the MMC in here is good. He's probably one of my favorite MMCs of literally all time. So if you like MMCs with a dirty mouth, this is your girl. And the last but not least book is The Wolf King. If you just want a fun book with wolf shifters that wear kilts and giving Outlander vibes, then honestly look no further. This is it. It is so much fun. Our main character is a princess, and she basically gets abducted from a castle by this handsome wolf shifter, basically. Secrets that are happening, and there's also a love triangle situation going on, but you don't really know who you like more, and you also don't really know if it's a love triangle, which I think is so fun and engaging to read about. So definitely put this one on your TBR. Well, I think that is it. You probably should have added some books to your TBR right now. If you have any questions on any of these books, feel free to comment below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like and follow along for the next video.